Rob a Lincoln shit tonight. Praises to the most high. I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaican, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. One Yashra Allah, sons of the power. Crystal. From the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord they were found in church towers. Never dying on my knees.
Has joined.
Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approving it in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim. Homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms. Never getting treatment, something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, that it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, brothers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death.
Oh, you said light?
If your mind ain't dead, then we don't dream of life. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure I'm election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every vice. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite. Blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites. Die for my Israelites. We on deck cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites.
Sister told me.
One Yashra Allah to all my
She said,
Israelites.
I've been into Judaism for 17 years. 17 years I've been doing this thing.
Right.
I said, you eat pork? She said, yeah, I do. I went back to it last month. I got into Judaism. After it's Christianity. Can't you see?
When they say stuff like that, it just make me think that they try to relate to us.
They try to.
So they say stuff like that, like, oh well, I'm an Israelite or a Christian Israelite, or I've been in Judaism, or I'm a Muslim or something. They say stuff like that to try to relate to us. They say that, well, it ain't too much you can teach me, so I've been in that field. I know what the field is talking about.
But you still say it.
Right.
Hey, come on, look. This Saturday we'll be over there for the class anyway. But you get the flags out there.
Ain't this what you wanted, Cap?
Wisdom for my own, no need for
strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own.
I think you
Don't
said
need
what
you
the
all in
salute
my
mean.
zone. Spend so much time alone. While I ride strap on my chrome.
That one yours. I think that white Bible is yours.
With this Bible?
Yeah, I think that's yours.
It is.
But white Jesus can save me. Get him away from me. I don't know what to say. So many niggas hate me. Get him away from me. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone. While I ride strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone. While I ride strap on my chrome. Always sip on my chrome. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone. While I ride around with my chrome. Always sip on my chrome. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone.
This one I was in jail. This pad right here. This pad right here. When I was in jail, I had to read the Bible manually, and I had to teach off of what I remembered. And General Muhammad was like, bring some brothers out of there with you. And I had to teach up in there. But I couldn't remember none of the scriptures, so I damn near read the whole Bible front to back. Right? Only thing I was saying, they was just looking at me like I was crazy. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get that verse right. I know it's in there. We ain't got nothing but time, dude. I'll see you in the morning. Right.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone. While I ride strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone. While I ride strap on my chrome. Always sip on my chrome. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone. While I ride around with my chrome. Always sip on my chrome. Don't need you all in my zone.
Has joined.
All right. Shalom Israel. We're the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And we are located here at 5261 Delmar Boulevard in Suite A in St. Louis, Missouri 63108. And if you want to listen live and got any questions or want to make a comment, you can dial 712-832-8330 or 218-339-7800. And the access code for both of those lines is 825-1636. All right. Now, before we get started, if we have any questions on the line, take your phone off of mute and say Salaki or excuse me. And if we got any on the Facebook, just type your question in. We'll try to get to you as soon as possible. And we'll start off with the questions. All right, we got a few. Oh, and then if you want to text the questions, if you don't want to be, in the class live or the line live, you can text the questions to area code 314-393-0430. All right. Okay. Now let's get it. Let's see. We got a question on the. Question on the conference line. Okay, Officer, you sure need a breakdown on Isaiah 1, verses 28 through 30. We'll get you.
Isaiah 21 through 30.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 28 through 30.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 28. And the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together.
Mm-hmm.
And they that forsake the Lord shall be consumed. Verse 29. For they shall be ashamed of the oaks which ye have desired, and ye shall be confounded for the gardens.
Hold on. Use the mic.
Come.
It should be, is it on? It should be on. Plug it in. Turn it on. Check it back to it. So like everybody, hold on one second. Yes, sir. There you go. We're gonna start that over, brother. Thought we was at camp. He started using his camp voice.
Right.
Hey, these brothers in here is known for just being loud. You hear me? Without mics.
Right.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 28. And the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together, and they that forsake the Lord shall be consumed.
Okay.
Verse 29. And the destruction of the transgressors, for they that shall be ashamed of the oaths which ye have desired, and ye shall be confounded for the gardens that ye have chosen.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 30. For ye shall be as an oak whose leaf fadeth,
Mm-hmm.
and as a garden that has no water.
Okay, now remember, and I always say this, that the Bible is full of symbolics and metaphors. Right? This is talking about, now of course in the 28, it says, and the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together. Saying that, the ones that sin, a transgressor is what? It's basically a sinner. You understand? So, the Lord is just summing this up. You know what I'm saying? The sinners and the transgressors both. You understand? They're going to turn around, and the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together, meaning that it's going to happen to them at the same time. You understand?
Right.
There's no such thing as you getting away with anything. You understand? Black people need to understand that there is someone else watching you other than just the police. The FBI and Lake Shaw. That's a notorious Edomite cop, man. He's notorious for putting brothers in prison. They hadn't even done anything. You put something on you, plant something on you.
Right.
When you got something on you, can make a deal with them, all kind of stuff, man. Dirty. You understand? So but for our people, man, sinners, transgressors, you're gonna get judged the same. You understand?
That's right.
You break the law, you sin against the Most High, He's going to deal with you. All right. And then it says, and they that forsake the Lord shall be consumed. So that's like how you forsake the Lord. It's like you coming into the truth and then you leave. You understand? You done came into the truth and then turn around and you done walked away. Now you back to celebrating Christmas. You back to selling weed, smoking
Right.
crack, sleeping with a whore. You back to doing the same old things that you used to do. So you done forsook the Lord. You understand? So that means you're going to get dealt with as well. You're going to be consumed as well. All right, and then verse 29, it said, for they shall be ashamed for the oaks which ye have desired, and ye shall be confounded for the gardens that ye have chosen. Now again, like I said, it's a metaphor, and the oaks, you understand, of course, that's a tree. That's talking about a tree. And there's plenty of precepts in the Bible where the Most High has referred to people as trees. You understand? He's
Right.
referred to, there's context where he has referred to Israel as a tree, and he's referred to the heathens as a tree.
Right.
You understand? Those scriptures are in the Bible. So he's saying for they shall be ashamed of the oaks which ye have desired. We desire the oak, the trees, we desire to be like the other nations of people.
Right.
You understand? We constantly desire to be like, look at everybody right now. Is so in the Christmas spirit. You understand? Every black activist here in the city of St. Louis is out and they are ready to turn around and celebrate Christmas. But any other day, they out hands up, don't shoot. You understand? They out protest. They all in the mall. I forgot the brother's name. But the brother that got killed up in the Galleria Mall. You know what I'm saying? I forgot his name, but they've been protesting for him. You understand? But they all out Christmas shopping out. They getting their gifts ready. They got their trees up. You know, it's trees and Christmas music all in this building. This is the only place that does not have a Christmas tree, a wreath, a damn reindeer, and a sleigh, and a fat ass Santa in it. You understand?
Right.
The Israelite school of UPK. Matter of fact, we got Santa in here hanging up on the goddamn wall with a noose around his neck. You
Right.
understand?
That's right.
Damn Santa Claus, okay? And that's the same thing that would happen if he tried to slide down the chimney. He end up with a noose around his goddamn neck and hung up in the living room of the goddamn house. All right.
Right.
So, but anyway, yeah, man, this is the thing with our people, man. We turn around and you're going to be ashamed for you choosing the things that you chose. You understand? By you trying to be like the other trees, the other nations of people, you understand? Then you're going to end up being shameful. You
Right.
understand? And that's what the Lord is saying. And he said, and ye shall be confounded for the gardens that you have chosen. Like you think, what they say, you think the grass green on the other side?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's in a sense, that's like what they're saying. Like, you got it good right here where you at. It is beautiful being an Israelite, man. I absolutely love it. You understand? Getting back to my nationality, knowing that I have a culture and identity. You know what I mean? You know how lost brothers is here? You understand? Without their identity, without their culture. You understand? We're running around doing all manner of evil, man.
Right.
You understand? And it's the leader, the people that so-called lead us, man. It's the shepherds of the damn sheep. You understand? The flock. These Christians in the churches, they do not lead our people properly, man. They not telling people. I had a pastor, when I turned around and got into the truth, the pastor of the church I was going to, and his wife. Now me and them, we was like family, we like close, like family, real family. You hear me out? They was my mom and my daddy, and I was their son. They took me right on in, and we treat each other like family. And when I got into the truth, Mama called me. Your mama called me first, and she said, "Damn son," she said, "I heard you went crazy." You know what I'm saying? She said she heard I done went crazy because I'm in the truth now. She said, "I heard you dressing all weird. You know, got things, strings hanging from your clothes." You understand? I said, "Oh yeah, I'm in the truth now." You hear me? But you know what they ended up telling me when I asked them about us being Israelites or Gentiles? They told me we was Gentiles. Go ahead. Yeah, Jana?
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, they told me, they said, "No, we ain't the Israelites, we the Gentiles." You know what I'm saying? When actually they just don't know that, yeah, we are. You understand? Because we living just like them. You understand? So if you live like a heathen, you consider the heathen. You living like a Gentile, you consider the Gentile.
Right.
You know what I mean? But our nationality don't change. You understand? We are who we are, we just lost and we just, you know what I'm saying, following the other nations of people. So you think that grass is greener on the other side trying to be, with a white girl. Look at what happened. Look what happened to OJ. You know what I'm saying? Look at what happened to, what's that other dude name? Lamar Odom.
Right.
You thought that grass was green on, that grass is dead. You understand? And that grass is dead out on that side of the fence. You're
Right.
compared to a sister. Come on, man. You know, so, you know, like I said, man, when you turn around, you're going to be ashamed for the gardens that you chose. Okay? The things that you chose, you're going the trees that you have chosen. You understand? Why you think that garden is so beautiful over there, you think that grass is so greener on that side of the fence, you think it's better to be you know what I'm saying, to act like you white and hang with white people. When, matter of fact, I seen the video today on Facebook, about a little viral video, and said, "This is why I don't have white people as friends." And the devil was damn drunk and acting a fool in the place, and there was a brother trying to calm him down, and he picked up a chair, was about to smack the brother with it, right? But then he turned around and broke loose from him and ran and jumped out the goddamn window, man.
Right.
Straight jumped out the damn living room window. And then got up, was like, "Yeah," and then felt that pain in the glass. He's like, "Oh," look at it bleeding everywhere. You understand? That you think, man, I don't understand. It's never been fun to hang around them people. You understand? Those are some of the dumbest people ever, man. You know, one more story. When I was working at Anheuser-Busch, we had a big project that we had finished, man. We worked 24, 26 hours total on this thing. All day. You understand? We did like 24 or 26 hours. We didn't get no sleep, didn't go home, none of that. And we finished the project up early, man. The company got a huge bonus, you know what I mean? And we turned around and they said, man, let's go out to the bar, man. Come have a drink with us. You know, I would always turn them down, you know. And I was like, nah, I'm cool, man. I got something to do. So then they said, man, come on, we got to celebrate this one, man. We finished this big job, you know. And so I said, all right, man, I can have a couple of beers. They said, man, come on, man, everything's free. You understand? They said, man, Wayne got it all. That was the supervisor. You understand? That was the foreman. He said, Wayne got it all, man. Come on down, eat, drink, everything, man. And when I got there, sat down, cool for a hot second, until they started going nuts. You know? And they got that beer in them out. And I mean, man, they got real stupid. They turned around and started, I can't remember what they called that, but when they started doing this, I said, okay, that's my cue to go. They was taking people's bottles, right? And they was watching till you turn around and drink your bottle like halfway or something like that, and then they'll smack the top of your bottle with the bottom of theirs, and then whoosh, all beer all over you, man. That shit would just blow straight up in your face. When I saw it, I said, what the hell kind of shit is this? I said, oh, I got to go. You understand? Because and devil blow my beer up in my face. I'm smacking him with this bottle. You understand me? He's going to get smacked with the bottle. And do you know who was the silliest, man? They women. The white women that worked in the company, man, they was the silliest. I was like, man, I can't deal with this.
Right.
You know what I mean? I said, I got to go. So I went on and got out of there. But, you know, thinking that grass is green on the other side, even though there wasn't that kind of situation, I was just saying that just being around them, man, it's not even fun. It's not even a good time, because that's the kind of stuff they do.
Right.
Like that sister that went to the, what was that, the Christmas party last year. They ended up hanging a noose around her neck, taking pictures with her at the Christmas party. Now here she is, and sitting there posing with her tongue out like she dead. You know what I mean? Thinking that that stuff is cute. That's not funny at all. That's what they're going to mock us anytime we get around them, you know? Right. We're going to be their nigger. You understand? Anytime that we are around them, man. That's why, you know, the scripture even says that we're not supposed to have devils as friends. You understand? That's right. And people think that the devil lives up under the ground. You understand? But it's not talking about that. You understand? The devil actually lied and said that the devil lived under the ground, but the devil was the person that told you the damn lie. You know what I mean? Right. So, let me see. The brother say, Sean say, could that run into with our people celebrating the holidays? This scripture here, let me see. Yeah, you can apply it, but I wouldn't put this first as, you know what I'm saying, as a precept for that. But you can definitely show them that, celebrating the holidays, you know, and how it is a sin. And you know what I'm saying? Of course, when it says that the destruction of the transgressors and the sinners shall go together. You understand? So yeah, you can definitely use that, but I wouldn't make it like a holiday scripture, you know, some precept. You understand? I wouldn't put that in there, but you can use it right along with other scriptures, like I said, to show that, okay, what I would do is I would show how celebrating the holiday is a sin, and then you can come back with that somewhere after that. So that's how I would use that. And then verse 30 said, for ye shall be as an oak whose leaf faded, and as a garden that hath no water. All right. So you get that. All right. Withered and faded leaves, what they do? They get swept up and put in the bag. But the ones that's green, they stay on the tree. You understand? And a garden that had no water, what's going to happen with the flowers and the trees in that garden? Everything's going to die without water. You understand? So that's the metaphor. Israel is going to be like what we is now. You understand? Full of crackheads and whores, prostitutes, and all that. We dead right now. You understand? Yeshua said, choosing their ways over ours. Let me see, I don't mean. like holiday precepts, just tie-ins and choosing their way. God, yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, God, no sweat. You understand? You can definitely use that for choosing the ways of the heathen, because remember that's in Isaiah. You understand? Jeremiah 10 and 1 through 3. You understand? Learn not the ways of the heathen. All right, so that's definitely, yeah, you can definitely tie that into that. Absolutely, because that's what that's talking about. That's talking about the oaks and the tree, or the gardens and trees. That's talking about the other nations of people. Us choosing to be like them rather than being like us. You understand? Like what is so wrong with being a nigga? Like it's beautiful. You understand? We got our own style, our own flavor, our own culture that is totally different and unique from everybody else. You understand? With the Most High's laws, man, come on. You understand? The scripture even says that the other nations of people would look at us and see what we're doing and say, man, damn, look at these people. They are great. You understand? They got it going on. They full of knowledge. You understand? Where did they get it from?
Right.
You understand? That's what the other nations of people would say. But since we break the laws, since we are gay and homosexual, and lesbian and child molesters and you sleep with white women and you take your white man, talking about you need some benefits. You're celebrating holidays. Now look at what they're saying now. They all mocking us. They all trying to find a way to get over us. They all come up with something to where they can abuse the children of the Lord.
That's right.
You understand? So yeah, you can definitely use that one for that one. Let me see. We had a couple more questions. Let me see. 1 second. Let me pull them up. Okay. Okay, Isaiah 26 and 2 breakdowns on all of these. We got 3 scriptures we need breakdowns on.
Isaiah chapter 26 verse 2. Open ye the gates, that the righteous nation which keepeth the truth may enter in. Verse 3.
Hold on, stop right there. It was just Acts 26 and 2. It's like, no. Isaiah 26 and 2. I'm sorry, it's like. So open ye the gates, that the righteous nation which keepeth the truth may enter in. All right, read verse 1.
Con with a con. Isaiah chapter 26 verse 1.
Is it on? Your mic on? You know what? It's probably. Hold on once again. Give me the mic. Just give me the mic. Take the cord out. It's 2 cords plugged into that one. Take that one out. That's gotta be what it is.
Take that mic up.
Hold on, one second. Hold on, one second. Okay, yeah. You got to take that whole thing out, and then take each plug out, plug it up till we get this one fired up. There you go. Alright, there you go. Alright. Go ahead and read it again.
God. Isaiah chapter 26 verse 1. In that day shall this song be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. Salvation will God appoint for wars and bulwarks.
Okay, so right here, in that day shall this song be sung in the land of Judah. And that day is talking about when we keeping the laws, you understand, when we in the kingdom. All right. And this right here is this is just your, you know what I'm saying, you having your mind on the Most High and His laws, you understand? And then in verse 2 say, open ye the gates, that the righteous nation which keepeth the truth may enter in. Now remember, the only nation that was ever even in the truth at all, ever kept the laws at all, was the nation of Israel. All right?
Right.
Which would be blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, not any other nation. Joel Osteen was never righteous and never will be.
Right.
You understand? If he was, guess what he would help them people that down there in Texas when that what was it, hurricane or tornado hit, and he turned around and locked the doors of his church, wouldn't let the people in.
I think that was a hurricane.
Yeah, about hurricane, whatever one it was, whichever one it was. Joel Osteen, he turned around and took the children of God and did not give them no help.
Right.
Didn't buy them no water, nothing. Same way Donald Trump is doing. Donald Trump said that he had to even give paper towels and bottles of water to us. You understand?
Right.
What tribe was that over there where he was at? Was that in
Wasn't that Puerto Rico?
I think it was Puerto Rico. Yeah. He was upset that he turned around and had to give them brothers and sisters paper towels and water.
But
You understand?
Shalaki, if I
Go
may,
ahead.
during his election, he promised during his campaign,
Yeah.
he promised that he was gonna send support. He was gonna help Puerto Rico as much as they needed help to make sure they get on their feet. But as soon as he get into office, he haven't sent them none of the money that he said he was gonna send,
No.
none of the aid, none of that. And the president of Puerto Rico was complaining about it, and she said, and Donald Trump replied to her was, every nation got to get on their own feet. We already gave y'all enough. When they only gave them like 1/5 or 1/6 of what he promised, and that wasn't even enough to get their lights turned back on. Puerto Rico for like 3 years straight had then 50% of Puerto Rico didn't even have lights.
Mm-hmm. Right. They always do that. They always come with a whole bunch of old false promises. You understand? Souping up all of these black. Well, they don't soup them up. They tell them to lie to soup us up. You understand? All the black politicians. You understand? All your Jesse Jackson Juniors. You understand? All of your politicians, man. Your black politicians. They turn around and have them lie to us, acting like we really finna get ahead with the next president. Oh, once they get in office, man, they gonna do this and gonna do that. They gonna lower the taxes. They gonna fix up the community. They gonna do this. And anytime they get in a community, in the black community, and start fixing it up, what's the first thing they do? They move us out first.
Right.
You understand? Now, why on earth is it that when you fix it, when you tear down all of the dilapidated buildings, all the ones that boarded up, and then broke the windows out of, you tear it down, and then you build a new one, and then you gotta put us out. Why don't you put us back in there? You understand? Like, for instance, if you go over to right here, that building, it's a big old elementary school back there. I forgot what school it used to be, but gigantic doggone school, man. And they done made it condos. Guess who stay back there? All devils. You know what I'm saying? All blonde heads and blue eyes. It's a sprinkle of our people in there. You know what I mean? Same with the new building they just built. You know, it's there another apartment building. They got ham and mostly devils in there. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, they building it up for them.
Right.
You know, and that's another topic. That's justification, but still, you know what I'm saying? That's what's taking place out here. So when it's talking about open ye the gates that the righteous nation, which keepeth the truth may enter in, it's talking about us, because we are the only ones that were ever in the truth, ever. You understand? We are the only nation that the Lord gave the truth to.
Right.
When you go through the Bible and you turn around and go from Genesis all the way to the end of the book, you understand? It's going to say nothing but Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You understand? And Israel. That's it. That's it. That's all you're gonna see. You're not gonna see no other nation listed as those that get the promises. And we're gonna touch on that too. We're gonna get on the promises, because we supposed to have two brothers that was coming in, and well, one was supposed to call in and one was supposed to come in. One was into Gnosticism. You understand? And he claimed that Yahweh, he claimed that Jesus Christ was into Gnosticism himself. And he said he was going to come here and prove that. but of course he didn't show up. You understand?
Right.
So far he hasn't made it. You know, maybe he's running late. Okay, we'll say that. Give him a chance. Then we got the other brother that's supposed to call in, and he said that Esau is a black man. You understand? He said, how could he be white when his father was Abraham? You understand? I mean Isaac. You understand? Go ahead.
So like I get what he's saying by that, but Esau is a black man, but he was cursed, of course. He was cursed with the lack of pigmentation. So even though like when you see an albino, you would say, well, that's a black man. You know he a black man, but he's an albino. That's how Esau is. So he can say that, but he can't say he a black man, but he's not a black man physically, like in appearance.
Mm.
He can say, well, he's from a black man, so he's a black man.
Yeah, that's real simple to say. You know what I mean? But that's, of course, we know that ain't true. You understand that? We know that he's not us, all right? And it's in the Bible. Hell, they don't even treat you like you're one of them.
Right.
You understand? I have yet, I know, I got a family member, a little cousin of mine, man. He turned around and we had just a few words back and forth, you know what I mean? And he was like, he said, man, I can't just hate, white people. He said, because of course his mother, you know what I'm saying, is white. His daddy's Judah all day long. Daddy's a black man. He thinks he's mixed. You understand?
Right.
So because of that lie, and he's confused, and he took, of course, all of them take defense of that white side. You understand? And as I'm breaking down the different things that they have done to us as a nation and as a whole, he jumped right to their defense and said, but white people was there for me when no black person was there for me. Not in my own family. But then, you know what? A few months down the line, I saw him eat them words up. And he got to talking about how the white side of that family started treating him bad.
Right.
You understand? He couldn't believe it. He was really torn up about that. But and that's the thing about our people, man. We got to get that out of our head that this is a good nation. That those are good people, you know, and that they have any good intentions for us, because they don't. You understand? The scripture clearly says that the words of their mouth is smoother than butter.
Right.
But war is in their heart. You understand? And that's their nature all the time. You know, that is their nature all the time, man. You know, and we gotta watch out for them. You know. So, and matter of fact, I got a good one, man. One of my baby mamas, man. She turned around. This is when I was in the world. She turned around and you know, sisters can dress hands down, right? But this sister went on a shopping spree, $10,000 shopping spree, when it got some nice clothes. She was the finest shit off the shelf, and turned around. And one day, Edomite told her at work. She said, "Girl, you know you dress so nice." She said, "Oh my God, I gotta come raid your closet. I gotta come get me some clothes." You know, she said, "Girl, you dress so damn good." You know what I'm saying? I wish I could coordinate like you. She just souping her head up, right? So the next morning, she turned around and was finna wear her best. Got the high, had the tags on it. Hadn't even worn the damn thing, $1,000, outfit about $1,000, right? Turned around, I said, "Where the hell is you going with that on, man?" And she was, I was finna wear this. I said, "Girl, don't do that." I said, the same person that's souping you up is turning around and gonna try to get your job.
Right.
And then you know what she did? She took the clothes off, went to work, came home. She said, "You ain't gonna believe this." She said, "Why did my supervisor come and tell me that the same woman that took me up said that I don't think she needs her job? Look at her. She dresses too nice. She must have a ton of money at home." That's what the devil said. You know what I'm saying?
And she was strong to wear that $1,000.
She was finna wear that $1,000 outfit out and go. She was really finna show off.
Right.
You understand? And guess what? Had she not put them regular, you know what I'm saying, dress down like I told, just wear regular stuff. You ain't gotta do all that.
Right.
And she turned around. Had she turned around and done that, she'd been fired. The boss, that white boss, would have looked at her and said, "You know what? Maybe she's right." You know what I'm saying? Maybe this nigger don't need their job. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're gonna get rid of her.
Right.
You understand? But the supervisor went to her and told her this the next day. I said, you can't trust them people, man. You cannot trust them. You know? And so, you know, that's a hard lesson that some Negroes just gonna have to learn.
Right.
You know, that we truly cannot trust these people, man. You understand? Because they mean us absolutely no good.
That's right.
All right. But that's it on there. We got give me Mark 16 and 9. We got two more scriptures, and then we're gonna jump off into the topic.
Mark chapter 16, verse 9. It's right. Now when Yahushua was risen early,
Just say it like it is in the Bible.
Count with count.
No sweat.
Mark chapter 16, verse 9. Now when Jesus was risen early the first day of the week, he appeared first to Mary Magdalene, out of whom he had cast 7 devils.
Okay, what this is saying right here, this is after Christ, when they put our king to death, and then we turn around, of course he rose from the dead, and he appeared, it said he appeared first to Mary Magdalene. Now, understand this, the same way a person would describe somebody that they know today. Just like say for instance, you know, if you had a partner named Pookie, you understand? How many Pookies you know in the hood? It's a whole hell of a lot of them, female and male. You understand? You got a whole bunch of Pookies. But then when somebody is talking about one in particular, they go into detail as they're describing them. And they'll say, oh, you know, Pookie with the cuts. You know what I'm saying? Pookie with the patch on his eye. You know, fat Pookie. You know what I'm saying? Skinny Pookie. Something like that. You know, and that's what they're doing right here. Is they're saying Mary Magdalene, the one that he cast out, whom he had cast out 7 demons. You understand? Shalom, real quick. You understand? You turn around and they saying, you know, he appeared to her first. So what he did was when he rose, Mary was right there, Mary Magdalene, and then he, you know what I'm saying, just showed himself to her first. He appeared to her. And they just saying that, naming that part to show you which Mary they're talking about. Because who else named Mary in the scripture? His mother. Right. You understand? So if they'd have just said Mary, you know, he appeared to Mary, it'll leave you guessing like, damn, which Mary? You understand? Which one did he go to? Right. Okay, so that's why they saying that right there. All right. That's who they lie and say that he was married to. Right. You understand? Them devils lie and say that he was married to. That tripped me out. They actually claim to have found. I'm gonna have to look this up, but they claim that they found some paperwork where Mary went to like the government, to the Romans, and like applied for food stamps or WIC. You know what I'm saying? I'm not kidding. I'm not lying. I watched a whole documentary about it, and they claim they got the paperwork where Mary said, "Oh, Yahushua got me messed up. He gonna take care of these kids," and she went down there and tried to put them on child. I'm not lying. I'm gonna tell you. I'm going to find this. I'm going to find it. I read this a long time ago. I'm going to find it, and we're gonna go over it in class. But this is what they claim they found. Some archaeology. It's some old beat up paper. You know what I'm saying? Or stone. I can't remember which one it was, either paper or the stone. And where she went to the Romans and was applying for child support. Straight up. No lie. Straight up. Go, you want to say something?
Shalaki. That's funny. No, that's what that movie National Treasure, the National Treasure, and the other movie, the sequel to that, Angels and Demons. That's what that's supposed to be about. The Holy Grail is really the blood of Jesus, his bloodline, and they got the blood, and he had a whole family, and Mary Magdalene was his wife. That's what that Gnostic stuff is about. Like them books that was written, supposedly Mary got a book, some other apostles got books and stuff like that, but they ain't inspired by the Most High. So you know, it got all types of crazy stuff. Like Mary Magdalene book. Yeah, it's like a love story. It's talking about like how she had a love affair with Christ and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I was reading that
nonsense.
stuff and I was like, man, that shit crazy.
Hey, you sure right out there. Them movies, they constantly putting out lies, man, and that stuff right there, it just don't even make sense. Like I remember watching that movie where they claimed that he was married to Mary Magdalene. You know, on the picture, it was supposed to be him, and the devil was saying there was Mary Magdalene sitting next to him,
Right.
and they had their arms in an M shape, and their body went in an M, and they told that stood for marriage. You understand? I mean,
Right.
all kind of stupid stuff, man.
Right.
Like
On the Last Supper picture.
yeah, on
that was
the
Last Supper
the whitewash version.
That's
Look all that silly mess, man. But that is actually true. They actually believe it's not true, like in a sense was a fact. But I'm saying it's true that they actually believe those lies that they spread. And you're right about Gnosticism too, to where they got a whole bunch of lies within that.
Right.
That's they call Gnosticism. I know the brother ain't coming, but if he would, I'm gonna tell him, man. Don't you know that they call Gnosticism the heresy of all heresies?
Right.
You understand? It is like the lie of all lies. Like you told just a little lie, but this one right here is the greatest lie of them all.
Right.
You understand? Everything that they even reject, their own people reject Gnosticism. You understand? They don't even believe in that nonsense. So, but this brother here, man, and like you said, it's like a love story and all of that.
Right.
This brother really was expressing himself, you know, and talking like he was, you know what I'm saying, a poet or something, trying to, you know what I'm saying, like he was a straight intellectual. And I was like, brother, you need to leave that alone. You understand?
He's probably married to Christ too.
Cause he might be. Because you know they got some men out there saying that they married to Jesus too. Hated it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You gotta watch him, Bob. You gotta watch him, man. But let me see. What's the next scripture? Hold on, let me see. We got one more scripture. Acts 2 and 17. Break that one down. And then we're gonna roll and jump on that topic, man. Oh no, I'm sorry, we got another question too. Go ahead. You got it too.
Acts chapter 2 verse 17. And it shall come to pass in the last days, says God, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams.
Okay, right here, due to Christianity, this is where you get a lot of your women preachers from.
Right.
You understand? Your what they call evangelists, prophetesses, and all of that. You understand? Instances and all of that. And the problem is they don't know what a prophecy is. They don't know what a prophetess is. They don't even know what a prophetess is. You understand? And when the Lord says, and it shall come to pass, meaning it's going to happen. That's what and it shall come to pass means. It said, in the last days, says, God, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. All right, so he's pouring out his spirit on us right now. You understand? That's what he's doing in the UPK.
That's right.
All right, to where we taking on the spirit of the Most High. And when it says that your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, okay, for a woman, for her to be a prophetess, she simply has to have a prophecy. That's what a prophetess is.
Right.
Meaning that the Lord told you something. So what the woman's supposed to do with that is bring it to the men. You understand? And then the men will determine what happens with that.
Right.
Like for instance, like a lot of people like to parade themselves with, claim that they're Deborah. You understand? In the Bible, when they don't know and understand nothing of what they didn't even read the story. They just believe the Christians in the church when they say, "Look, Deborah was a prophet. Deborah was the evangelist.
Right.
Deborah was out there leading the men." No, she was not. You understand? It's right there in the story. It doesn't say she did any of that.
Right.
You understand? What that story was it was Deborah. She had that prophecy, and she did what with it first? She went and took it to a man of God. You understand? And then they determined what was going to happen with it, and then they doubled back and said, "You know what? We need you to go with us." You understand? And the reason being is because same thing right now, same thing back then. Our men was just weak. You understand? They were scared. They was weak. You understand? They was like, hey, look, since you gave us this prophecy, roll with us. Oh, I ain't going. Right. So she said, you know what? The will of the Lord got to be done. So she said, okay, I'll go. Right. But she didn't go and fight no battle. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't out there standing up preaching, doing that new stuff that they doing in the church. Ladies throwing their hands at people, throwing them fireballs at folks, knocking them down, making them roll all in the church. It's almost in the name of Jesus. I curse and I bind and I sweet Jesus, baby Jesus, old Jesus, all of that Jesus. You understand? None of that was going on, all right? And none of that is going to go on now. It goes on in your Christian church. It's not supposed to, but of course, the Christianity is the worship of Satan. That's so right. Everything goes on up under the earth, you understand? Up under that church, all right? And so it say your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. You understand? That's all. It's nothing mystical or magical about that scripture where, you know, you just have to wipe Christianity off of your brain. You understand? That's what has to happen first when you come into the truth. All right. Now you had your hand up. Nice and loud, Sonny.
I was just gonna say, so that means that women can't go about trying to have full-on classes and break down scriptures because
was you listening? Are you in the same building with me?
Come on,
Are you in the same? Is she in her?
I think
is she present in the body and not in the mind?
That's an illusion.
Is she somewhere else? Did I just not say that women ain't out teaching the men? No, that does not mean that a woman can go and teach a class and start breaking down scriptures or none of that. If a woman has a prophecy, and there's a reason, that's why I said that. That's why I went keyed right in on that, because that's where a lot of them go. You understand? Is they want to say, well, the women, they can get out and prophesy and teach and do just like the men. You understand? When that's not it. But it said they shall prophesy, meaning that they have a prophecy. You understand? So if I have a prophecy and I go take it to General Muhammad, then I'm prophesying. You understand? Don't mean I'm teaching him. It's just this prophecy that was given to me. I'm now taking it to the man over me, and then he most definitely is going to know what to do with it. Right. You understand? There's plenty of times to where people had visions and dreams and didn't know what they mean. Peter was one of them. You understand? Peter had a dream about all manner of four-legged beasts, right? And creeping things. And he said he didn't know what that dream meant at first. But then later it came to him. You understand? Once he went and did exactly what the Most High wanted him to do, was to go speak to his people that was lost, that was celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving and things like that. You understand? Go to them, the Gentiles, okay? That's your people, not the other nations. Then it came to him, it dawned on him. He said, damn, okay, that's what that vision was about. Right. You understand? So, no, you don't just, you know what I'm saying, just women gonna set up breakdown classes. Do you see any women in here breaking down scriptures? No, you do not. You understand? So that's Christianity. That's fake Hebrew Israelitism. That's what I call that. You know, because they do have some women that is breaking down, well, so-called breaking down scriptures. They turn them up, basically. And they sitting there doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. You know, they're not even supposed to be breaking down scriptures. They're not supposed to be sitting next to they man, you read them by your goddamn self. You understand? Read the scriptures by yourself. She can be present. Nothing wrong with her being present. You understand? But you supposed to be doing that. The men supposed to be doing that, not the women. You understand? You got a question, somebody? You look. Go ahead.
That also goes with Titus 2 and 4.
Nice and loud.
Would that also go with Titus 2, 4, and 5?
Titus 2, 4, 5. Go ahead and read that. Let's get that. Titus 2, 4 through 5. Hmm? 3 through 5. I'm sorry. Titus 3, 2, 3 through 5. There we go.
Titus chapter 2, verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holy. Okay, so right there, the sisters is supposed to be in behavior. You know how you said you're supposed to have your behavior on point or in check. You understand?
that's becoming holiness, right?
Right.
Holy means separate. You ain't supposed to be acting like them other hoes. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be putting your man out the house and flattening his tires and,
Right.
and bleaching his clothes and, you know what I'm saying, all that kind of nonsense. You ain't supposed to be doing it. You not supposed to be busting windows out his car. You ain't supposed to be cheating on your husband. You understand? You turn around, you let the other nations of people do that.
Right.
You understand? If they want to be whores, you do that. But we supposed to be a holy people. You understand? A damn special people. And what makes us so special when we turn around and do it just like them?
Right.
You understand? We celebrate Christmas just like them. You know who the only somebody that gets hated for not celebrating Christmas is the UPK.
Right.
You understand? When we speak against Christmas, man, I'm telling you, I had a pastor to flip on me damn near. She said, "Did you get your Christmas shopping done yet?" I said, "Lady, I ain't even started. I don't even celebrate Christmas." She said,
Right.
oh my God, I'm so sick of hearing people say that." And then she said, "Do you have kids?" I said, "I sure do. From 19 all the way down to 3. I said, ain't now one of them asked me for no Christmas gift.
Right.
They know I don't buy them. They don't ask me. You understand? They ain't asking for no birthday gift. They know I don't celebrate. They know I ain't buying. You understand? Me and my family straight. You know what I'm saying? They doing exactly what I teach them, which is to serve the Lord. You understand? And my son, look, he turned around and remember I told you for Halloween, he thought they was gonna make him stay for a Halloween party. He was down there in tears. He's like, "Daddy, I don't want to celebrate Halloween. I don't want to go to school." You know what I'm saying? So I said, "Don't worry about it. You ain't going." But then he made sure for this Christmas party, he said, "Daddy, I'm not going to school on this Christmas party, right? This is my 6-year-old, man.
Right.
He know how to serve the Lord. Now, what in the hell is wrong with you grown folks? They're
Right.
supposed to be capable of reading and understanding and comprehending. You understand? You have a whole child that heard the word and doing what I'm teaching. You understand? As soon as he could understand, I started teaching him the truth. You understand? And guess what? He hate pork. You understand? He keep the law. He hate all holidays.
Right.
You know, all of that, man. So all we got to do is just teach our children what the Lord said to teach them, which is His truth. You understand? Furthermore, if you love your kids, you don't want them destroyed, then hell yeah, you're going to teach them the truth.
Right.
Or guess what? The Lord going to do to what He did to you, to your kids. Just how your life was here, how you talking about something, you trying to protect them. I don't want my kids to go through what I went through. They're going to get molested just like you. Keep saying. They're going to turn around and be a drug dealer and go to prison just like you.
Right.
They're going to turn around and get that AIDS and them STDs just like you. They're going to turn around and have 3 and 4 and 5 baby daddies just like, they're going to be a hoe just like you. You understand? They're going to be a homosexual just like you. They're going to be a lesbian just like you. You understand? They're going to be destroyed as well.
That's
so
right.
black people, we need to take responsibility for that. If we truly love our children, we got to teach them right. You understand? And teaching them right ain't talking about go to college, get your education. You understand? That's not the way to go. There's nothing wrong with getting a college education. I'm not saying that. But the first thing is to be teaching them this truth. Teaching them God's laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
All right? Now go ahead. I'll keep reading.
God. Not false accusers.
So sisters are not supposed to be falsely accusing brothers. If you know he didn't punch you in your eye, make you fall down them steps, don't lie and say that he did. Call the police just because you ready to get him out. You ready to call Tyrone.
Right.
You understand? You ready to tell him to come home, and now you want to tell the police that he punched you in the eye and kicked you down the steps. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. If he didn't do that to you, don't lie on that man. If you know he's not the father of your child, don't take him on board. Don't embarrass your damn self.
Right.
Don't go on paternity court talking about Yana. You know what I'm saying? We was on a break and all of this and all of that, but I know he's daddy. Don't do that to your damn
Right.
self. Do not be a false accuser. You understand? You know how many brothers is locked up from sisters falsely accusing them for either hurting them or being their goddamn baby daddy, to where they can't pay that astronomical damn child support. You know what I mean? And what's so crazy about that, sidebar real quick, is that child support here in Missouri, and I'm sure it's almost like the same everywhere else, is even if a brother does not have a job, they still charge him as if he makes minimum wage.
Right.
Now, how on earth are you charging a man and giving him a bill that ain't got no job? You understand? He gonna tell you that you got to pay according to you making minimum wage. What's it, $8.25 now? That's what they are charging, brother, for child support. If you don't have a job, that's the minimum. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. And we can't see, our sisters just don't get it. You know, they cannot see that stuff is designed to destroy the whole family.
Right.
You understand? So our sisters, you're supposed to be separate. You're not supposed to be running to child support. And I remember, when it first came up. What was that Donahue? One of them shows. I can't remember who show, one of them talk shows. But they had put a white man on there, and he was paying child support. And this is when it blew up. This is when black people got convinced, really, and started doing it. They started seeing the money that they could get, and they put it on TV. They put it on one of them shows. I can't remember which one it was. But the devil had, I think, 3 kids by the woman, 2, 3 kids, and he was paying, because he was making good money, and he was paying a couple grand a month. And he come to find out that he wasn't the daddy, but it was his wife, and because he assigned them birth certificates, and when they was together at that time, they said, nope, you are still gonna be on child support, you're still gonna pay, and it's like, in the best interest of the child, you're still their father, financially. Right. You understand? And she supposedly had, I guess, tried to help him change it or fix it or something, or whatever, and actually told him who the real father is and all of that. They was like, oh, okay, no sweat. We got one. You know what I'm saying? We got one on the books, so that's fine, he's paying. And that's when sisters really started going to child. I remember, you understand? I remember it, because at that time, I ain't had no kids. And I was just becoming a man. And I was used to hear all my partners complain about, man, this bitch wouldn't put me on child support. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what? And it started going through the roof from there. And look at it now. It's astronomical, man. You understand? The devil succeeded in what he planned on doing to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, was turning us against each other over some goddamn cash. You understand? Over a little chunk. They ain't even getting no real money. They not even giving them sisters no real money, man. You only getting a couple $100 a month. And you turn your whole back on your man for a few $100 a month? Thinking that you was finna get them thousands like that white woman? You understand? Dante ain't, the nigga work at Jack in the Box. What are you, I mean, damn. You understand? Come on. You know, come on. Look at the celebrities. Look at how they get dogged out. You understand? What was that? Your boy, Bobby Brown, $50,000 a month, and he couldn't pay it. Look at Tyrese, begging and pleading, crying on TV, because he can't pay his child support. You understand? Owing millions of damn dollars, because you making millions off of TV. You really ain't making all that paper either. Right. You understand? He just got a few more zeros on their checks than ours do, but they ain't living all like that. You know what I mean? And man, I'm telling you, a lot of them brothers, man, who else was recently crying about child support? Who else was crying about that, man? I mean, it's astronomical. Your boy, what was his name? Ray Carew? Football player that killed the sister that she threatened him with child support. And he just signed? He just signed. He only had $2 million. I think it was a contract with like $2 million or something like that, right? Ray Carew that just signed and just got it. I don't even think he had his damn first check. And that woman came to him talking about, I'm pregnant, you the daddy, and I'm going to child support. You're going to pay me. And that brother killed that sister and put her in the trunk of his car, man. You understand? I seen a case on, like Real True TV or something like that, or a brother down in Texas had took a sister, man, and she, her baby daddy, and she put him on child support. Man, he took her hostage with a 12-gauge shotgun and said, I'm gonna kill you. And he was taking her to wherever he was gonna kill her at, and she ended up jumping out the car. She saw the police on the side of her, jumped out the car, jumped in front of the police car, help, 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 he got a gun, he trying to kill me. And that brother, man, ran from, it's on tape. They got the tape of this. That brother ran from around that driver's side with that 12 gauge, put it in her stomach, and shot the shit out of her right there on the camera. It's on the dash cam. I saw it. I saw over child support. You're ruining the child. This is your kid's father. Why do you want to ruin him? You understand? Why do you want to see him in prison? That's his option if he can't pay money, is to go to jail, lose his licenses. You understand? Any kind of license. He could have a driver's license, damn fishing license, damn CDL license. Hell, you lose your library card if you don't pay your child support. You know what I'm saying? You lose it, everything. Go ahead.
And you can tell that it's a setup and it's part of the system to lock black men up, because majority, over 80% of black men is on child support. And not just that, what's the consequences of not paying child support?
Going to jail.
Going to jail. So like how are you supposed to take care of your child? How are you supposed to pay child support if you're in jail?
That's lucky. You know they take money off your books.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
child
take it
support.
off your books.
So so somebody send you $10 for you to buy some deodorant, some flip flops, and a damn honey bun. It's gone. That $10 is gone. Child support has been snatched at.
And it's crazy because how that lets you know that it's systematically set up just to put them in jail.
Just to put
Them in jail, or for the government to get more money off of you, because the woman only get like I believe like 15 or 20% of the actual wages that they take out of a man's check. They'll take like if you gross like $1,000, they'll take like $500-600 from you during each paycheck period. If you could get $1,000 each pay period, they're gonna take about $500-600 from you. And not only is they gonna take $500-600 from you, but they only gonna give the woman like $90.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's she supposed to do with $90?
And you know something else? Right now, I believe they have the ability to take, if you owe, you behind, I believe they could take 50% plus another 25. And then they've been trying to do this for some years. They're trying to pass a law to where they can take 75% plus another 20. And turn around and be able to take a whole 95% of a man's income. That's the next level of the game. Where they gonna try to take it all. You ain't gonna be getting nothing but about $2.50 on each paycheck. That's what you're gonna be coming home with. That's what a brother gonna be coming home with. You understand? It was another brother that I think it was in Detroit. I forgot where it was, but the brother killed the sister, I think, at McDonald's or something, or he worked at McDonald's. Somewhere, I can't remember. But he said he was tired of his woman. They asked him why he shoot her. He said, I'm tired of her getting all my money I work for, going to the club, popping bottles. You know what I mean? And buying clothes and weave and stuff like that. He said, I got nothing. He said, I ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? And so he went and shot that woman, man.
I heard it was a story in the news too about how this guy he traveled from I think it was like New Orleans or Atlanta, somewhere. He traveled all the way to California to kill his baby mama. Just because she put him on child support, and he said he was only bringing home like $78 out of every paycheck. How you supposed to survive off of $78? I can't even survive to take care of my kids.
And you know what I said to a sister one time? And she tried to go off on me. I told her, I said, black men are not supposed to pay child support. We're supposed to support our children. And you know, she completely missed. She says, people like you. That's what she said to me. People like you that think that they ain't supposed to pay child support is why our families and stuff is all messed up. Like, really? I said, everything I just said went right over your head. You understand? We're not supposed to pay child support. We're supposed to support our children.
Right.
I'm not saying that the brother can just skip out on his responsibility, because you know that's what almost every sister claims. Right. When in most cases it's the other way around. Right. It's the sister that get rid of the brother. You understand? When you look up the statistics, black women leave men at a whopping 80%, and black men leave women at a whopping 20%, a low 20%. Brothers really don't want to leave their women. They really don't want to.
Right. But
you leave them with no damn choice. You understand? Especially when you turn around and get caught cheating. You got a big old mouth. I'm talking about brothers in the world. You understand? You got a big old stupid mouth, You understand? Just talking stupid, you think stupid, everything you come out your mouth be damn stupid. And then you sit there and wonder why don't no man want to be with you. Because you stupid. You understand? And we trying to help, we trying to teach you how not to be stupid. We trying to give your right spirit back. You understand? To where you can be sweet. You understand? Loving, meek, kind, gentle. Be what that man want and desire, other than your good looks. You understand? You need to be something worth something more than just your looks and your body. You understand?
That's right.
So in these scriptures right here, it's definitely help. Because guess what? The same stuff that's happening right now today was going on back then in Rome. Why you think it's in the Bible?
Right.
You understand? Why are the apostles having to teach the sisters to turn around and be holy and obey and love their husbands and think, go on, finish the scriptures up, Go finish reading that for me.
Not giving too much wine.
Okay, sisters ain't supposed to be damn drunk, but sisters do, I'm gonna say, smoke more weed than the black men do. I'm telling you, I really believe that, because I've been watching them out. I've been paying attention, and I really believe it's most sisters that smoke weed, more weed than brothers do. I really do. I really believe that, and I really believe that these sisters, because they out here. You understand? When you go in the club, who you see there? There's a few of us and 1,000 of them. And they in there drinking and smoking and whatever else they do. You understand? When me and Vaughn, we went to that one spot. The one spot Vaughn we going to? We turned around, went in there, the sister sat right down next to me. You got some weed? You understand? No, I do not. You understand? No, I do not, sis. You know, like, damn, you don't even know who I am or nothing. Just said, do you got some weed?
You know what she was gonna do for that weed?
Oh man, you
didn't even need $40.
You don't even need. What, you stupid? Hell no. And she gonna bump on her bags like. Yeah, go ahead and finish it up.
Oh God. Teachers of good things.
Sisters are supposed to be teaching good things, man. Instead of teaching our sisters, use what you got to get what you want, you're supposed to be teaching these sisters something good.
Right.
You understand how to take care of themselves, the house, the kids, and things. And they're not teaching them that no more. You understand? And you're right, it's about to get to it. Go ahead.
Right.
You good?
Yeah, that's it for that verse.
What did it say?
Titus 2 and 3.
3 through 5.
3 through 5.
Yeah, you got it.
Verse 4. That they may teach the young woman to be sober.
There you go. They're supposed to teach sisters to be sober too. Not drunk with too much wine, and don't be drunk with all their philosophy too.
Right.
With all the different things, because sisters, man, got a lot of different things in that little pea brain of theirs. You know what I mean? How they this and they live. Oh, you can't do me, and I can't this, and you ain't that, and you got me this, and I'm the next bitch, and just all kind of. How do we see how they think? You know what I mean? How do they even think with all the stuff that they think? It's like, damn, what are you thinking? Go ahead. You what?
Come with come.
Okay.
And it's like, to hit on what you were saying, it's like the woman, when she be having a lot of partners, it's like she absorbed all them different characters of a man, because the woman is like a sponge when she's in a relationship.
Right.
And she soak up all of that stuff from different men that she been with. You can see how discombobulated they be after they've been with so many different men. And it's just like their whole frame of thinking, like even not just their religious views, but just their whole way of thinking be all, it seems like it's a whole bunch of philosophies just jammed up together. Like, man, what are you talking about? Like, I don't understand what you talking about.
Right, it is, man, you know, and it's really a shame, you know, sisters, they really believe they don't need no man, but they do.
Right.
They need a righteous man that's going to lead them properly. You know what I'm saying? It's going to tell you what to do. Like you talking about some, can't no man tell you what one need to.
Right.
If you listen, your life will be a lot better. Your vagina will be a lot tighter. So like, you understand? I mean, a whole lot of stuff about you would be greater than what it really is.
Right.
You understand? I'm telling you, like you said, you right about that. The sisters, they mad, they automatically they become that man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you're not supposed to be dealing with all these different men. Go ahead, you got your hand?
Right.
Nice and loud, sorry.
They store DNA from each sexual partner they have sex with. They store DNA.
You said they do what?
They store DNA from each sexual partner.
The DNA. Oh yeah, they don't believe it. I've been telling sisters that since I found that out. That each and every man, I had to get grabbed. I know you a nurse, and you say that DNA they share that your sister she a nurse. She a nurse, so she had to come in here with the technical terms, you know what I'm saying, the medical terms, you know, their DNA and the telephylactical, you know, and the selectivus and the saliva, and you know, so she gotta say stuff like that. Me, I didn't. When a man come in you, okay, then guess what? Each and every last man that comes inside of you,
Right.
his cum is in you,
Right.
stays in your body. You understand? And
Be saying,
right, exactly. They'll tell you they just don't believe that.
Right.
You know, and I'll be telling them, why you think you're so crazy? He'll say, why do you think you so goddamn nuts? Because of all the nuts that you had. You understand? Okay. I mean, everything is just flowing tonight. Nuts and cum and everything. It's just coming right on out. But like I said, man, you are absolutely right, sis, that they not supposed to be sharing their bodies like that with all these different men. You know, and just think about what it does, man. Turn around and you got another, how many men you know that turn around and saw they woman with somebody else and then went and killed that person?
Right.
You understand? I got an uncle that's in prison right now, he ain't never getting out because of his woman. Him and his wife, they split up, and then before you know it, she got another Negro up in the crib. You understand? And he turned around and handled his business on that man, and now this guy is gone, and Unc is in prison.
Right.
You understand? So, like I said, if she had to just, whatever kind of problem they had, just stay to yourself. You understand? I got another cousin. I had to save her life. I risked my life getting into the vehicle of a gunman. You understand me? Of a Negro. And I love, man, it's her husband. We family. You understand? And I love this brother. But he was about to blow her brains out and the Negro that she was cheating with brains out. If I didn't get in that vehicle and talk him down, them M16 shots would have been all over their body.
Ooh.
You understand? And he loaded up too. And I politely slid into the path. I ain't make no sudden moves like I was trying to grab the gun, like I was trying to play hero and shit.
Right.
I ain't do that. You understand? I ain't want that nigga to unload on me. You hear me? But I got in and he was, and you know something? I actually talked to her and I begged her. You hear me? I said, when y'all break up, don't give it nobody else. Don't do that. You just might get back with your husband.
Right.
You hear me? And before I knew it, man, he outside, he riding around. Yeah, I know he got them guns in the car. She scared as hell, dude, scared to go in his car. He told me he got a 22. Okay. All right, you got a who? And this nigga sitting outside like Rambo.
Right.
And you talking I got a 20.
He all green.
He got a 20.
He got a bandana around his head.
He got a little 22. Yeah. And this Negro outside, he got the whole damn brigade in the damn truck, man.
Right.
And I'm talking was finna murder both of them. He was finna murder them, man. And I had to talk him down. I had to calm that brother down, man. So he didn't do it. And thank God he didn't, man.
Right.
A whore ain't worth it, even though it's my cousin. A whore ain't worth it, you understand?
Right.
Our sisters are not supposed to be whores. I will be glad when they get that through that nappy head of theirs. You understand? The things that you are doing, you're not supposed to be. You understand? Sharing your body like that with all the different men, you're not supposed to be doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead, I'll keep reading.
Calm with a calm. To love their husband.
To do what, say husband?
Love their
Now,
husband.
sisters think that they really know how to love their husband because they talk all that talk. Oh, I love your dirty drawers and I had your kids and all that. Well, how about giving me some peace and some quiet?
Right.
Now, come on. How about making dinner and I ain't gotta tell you that? How about stop trying to track me and asking me where the hell I'm going and what I'm doing? You know what I mean? That showed me that you love me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not just because you laying down with me. You understand? It was that fire game I spit on you that made you want to lay down.
Right.
You understand? If I didn't mack you down, you wouldn't want to lay down.
Right.
But damn, that's not love because you had my kids. You understand? That don't mean that you love me. It's how you treat me. It means that you love me.
That's right.
That's what sisters are missing. These older sisters have not been teaching the younger ones how to love their husband.
Right.
You understand? Like, I remember hearing it when I was a kid. Now, that's when it started drifting and fading away. You understand? Around about that time. But I can remember hearing sisters teaching other sisters how to love their husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, don't do that. Don't throw his clothes outside. Why would you do that? That's your man. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we had somebody that has some sense to start talking to these sisters, right? Instead of, oh, girl, you want me to help you? Girl, you got me messed up. Well, he did what? He cheated on you? Oh, girl, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Instead of them teaching them that, supposed to be teaching them good things. Supposed to be teaching them how they love their husband. You understand? And your man having another woman, it's not unlawful.
Right.
It's not a sin. He didn't transgress. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't trespassed you at all. So if he has another woman, he can do that. You understand? And guess what? You his woman too. But these sisters just don't get it. They just don't know because they've been taught it's all about them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So of course they like, oh, somebody else, I ain't sharing my man. Right. You know, I got so many sisters that say that to me, oh, I ain't sharing my man, but how many men shared you?
Right.
You understand? That's the number they don't want to tell. As a matter of fact, so we'll finish it up in that outside one.
Call with a call. To love their children.
To love their children. Sisters thinking that buying them clothes and, you know, dropping them off at school, getting them ready for the morning, the bus stop. They thinking that that's loving their children. How about staying with their father? You understand? How about, and Jim Hyman said this one time too. He said, whatever happened to women and men staying together for the sake of the kids?
Right.
You understand? Like, nobody's even into doing that no more. They like, damn them kids. I deserve to be happy. You know what I mean? That's the first thing out of the sister mouth. Right. Is damn them kids, I deserve to be happy. You know what I mean? And that's ridiculous. You only care about yourself. You know what I mean? You really don't even care about the children that you have. You talk about all I need is my kids, but what do your kids need? You understand? Your kids need something like their father and their mother. Right. You understand? So why is it just all I need is my kids? You understand? When it took for you to be with that man and just even had a kid. You see what I'm saying? So, right. You know, our sisters got a jacked up mindset, man. We got to fix it. All right? Go ahead, keep going.
God with God. Verse 5. To be discreet.
To be discreet. Not telling all their business. If sisters have not learned that by now, that telling all of your goddamn business to your friends and your family, your mama and your auntie and your home girl and your best friend is all the way wrong. You understand? And this is a real question. When the black woman loses her job in the relationship, who knows about it? Who answer that question? Nobody. But when the black man loses his job, who knows about it? Everybody. Love don't pay no bills. You know what I'm saying? You better bring some money up in here. What you want me to tell the rent man and the electric man and the gas man? I can't tell him I can't pay them bills off no love and all that. Damn, that ain't even why we got together. Like, why is that? Man, I got so many examples on that. Right. You understand? I know another couple, man. He's my cousin and her husband. And look, they turn around, this brother, she know he ain't no, you know what I'm saying, dude just don't want to work. The man lost his job. You know what I'm saying? He's a professor. And turn around and lose his job. He come home, the man already feeling down because he ain't got no work. Right. And then the first thing he come into is the house with that black woman with her hands on her hip and that finger in his face talking about what we gonna do about these bills. You better do something. You know, love don't pay no bills and all that. Man made that brother turn around and go in that house, grab everything up out of it and emptied it out. That brother couldn't take it. He took everything out the house. His son's games and TVs, every damn thing. The brother went crazy. He said, damn that. He said, I'll show you. Right. You know, but I'm not saying that he should have did that. You know what I'm saying? That was absolutely wrong. But I'm just saying, this is the mindset you put the black man in. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you nuts, now you trying to make him nuts. You understand? When he is cool, he all right. Jake halfway, he just know he got to find another job. But, right. But he come to you for some support. to lean on. You understand? To be there for him, like what you claim you are, right? You was there for me when I had nothing. You know, like reminding you of that. How many times I heard that? I was there for you when you had. Okay, well, let's get something together now. Why we gotta go backwards?
Right.
You know what I mean? Now that I'm getting something, let's keep going. Why do we have to go back? Why you gotta remind me of that? You understand? I ain't went nowhere. You know? So like I said, man, it's just great.
And then
You
the
know?
white man's kingdom, you don't never know when you're gonna lose your job.
Man,
They just pop up for any reason to fire you.
they do. They really do.
Half the time they don't even know why they fired. They just fired.
They don't have no reason. They don't have no reason. I remember on one of my contracts, I turned around to come in, and all the brothers was huddled up in the break room, and I'm like, damn, dog, what's going on? One of the lead brothers, you know, they sitting there, everybody talking and talking and talking. I said, damn, dog, what's going on? What happened, man? He said, damn, white man came in today and turned around and fired 7 brothers, just went out to the line and said, you, get y'all shit and get out of here. He said, just fired them for no reason. His brothers was working. He said, they always working. They turned around and just fired. They took the cameras and they was solely zoned in on the break room, trying to see who's damn peeing too much. You understand? Who's in there using the bathroom too much? Who's trying to get warm too long? One of they lead guys, they turned around and got rid of him because he went in the break room, tried to warm his hands up. And they came and they got their cameras zoned in, and they saw him. They went and said, what are you doing now? He said, he said, man, my hands is free. He said, I just came down here just to get a warm up. And he said, no, you know what, go get him warm up at home. You understand? Go get him warmed up at home. I said, God damn, that's the devil for you, man. You understand? That is the devil for you. Okay, was this morning?
Call with a call.
Okay, go ahead. I'm finishing.
Verse 5. To be discreet,
Chase is meaning that you're not sleeping with other men. You understand? You're not what they say promiscuous. You're not a thought.
Right.
You understand? Black women ain't supposed to be thoughts. I know that Tatiana, they done made it popular, but the black woman is not supposed to be a damn Tatiana. You understand? She's not. She's supposed to be something sweet, something to have, something that man can count on for the rest of his damn life. Like the scriptures say that she'll do me good and not evil all the days of my life.
Right.
You understand? That's what the black woman is supposed to be.
Right.
Not turn around and because you lose your job, you gotta go. You know what I mean? Because you got another woman, now I'm gonna bleach your clothes and flatten your tire. You know? Or turn around and pack up and move, take the kids from you, you never see them again, all that. Put you on child support to get even with you. You know what I'm saying? So black women ain't supposed to be like that.
Right.
You understand? But because they have those kind of options here in this place right here, see, in the kingdom of heaven, the only option you're going to have is to be right. You know what I'm saying? The only option you're going to have is to damn serve and obey. It's going to be your only option. And it's going to be good. You understand? It's going to be good. Guess what? Black man going to be the same way. Same rules apply for us. You understand? We're gonna have to walk that straight and there up. Ain't finna be no, damn, oh, you got a man? Oh, you do? Oh, can we be friends?
Right.
Oh, ain't gonna be none of that. A nigga gonna be scared to be your damn friend. Girl, friend, what? Huh? You understand? A nigga gonna run away from you.
Right.
Cause he know he'll get his damn brains blown out for sitting there being with another man's woman.
Right.
You understand? So if we was living in a righteous kingdom, then a lot of this stuff that we doing wouldn't be doing.
Right.
You understand? Brothers knew that we was in the righteous kingdom to where a damn drug dealer would get hung from a tree. Now they'd be like, no, I ain't got no money, but I ain't gonna do that.
Right.
You understand? I ain't gonna do that, man. You know, I'll go, find a lawnmower, cut some grass. You know what I'm saying? Run a paper route.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll do something else with my time other than sell some dope. Cause I might get hung from a tree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The priests and the prophets might see me and they might blow my brains out. You understand? So no, I'm not gonna be hustling on nobody's corner. You understand? So we was in a righteous kingdom, man. Our people would turn around and have it together. But that's okay, because we doing it now in this kingdom. In the ISUPK, we don't sleep with other men's wives. That's the kingdom of heaven right here. Our sisters in the UPK are not Tatianas.
Right.
You understand? They are princesses. So we get in the kingdom of heaven right now. We ain't waiting for it. Like what the Christian church is. What the hell are they waiting for?
Right.
Singing, trying to get Jesus to return. That is some of the silliest mess that they could have ever thought of singing to make Christ return. That is so damn silly and retarded. You understand? Was that it?
Nah.
Go ahead now.
Keepers at home.
Keepers at home. While sisters so doggone got to run the streets every day, all day, you know, mad because they got to be with their kids. You're supposed to.
Right.
It's nothing wrong with you having a break. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with you having the girls' night and y'all going some, well, not girls' trip, girls' night, okay? Y'all go somewhere for a minute, but you know what happened on girls' trip.
Right.
You understand? But girls' night, y'all go have something to eat, go over somebody's house, do girl stuff. What do y'all do when y'all get together? What girls do when they get together? Talk, run y'all mouth. Y'all can do that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Take a break, switch up. You understand? Go ahead. Go with the girls, baby. It's cool. You good for the night. You know what I mean? I'll keep the kids. Nothing wrong with that. And let them have a little space. You know, a little time. Take the kids over to your mama.
Right.
Granny love the kids. That's what she waiting for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She waiting for you to have a bunch of kids and bring them over to Granny. You know what I'm saying? They waiting on it. So it's all good. You know, sisters are supposed to be keepers at home. Ain't nothing wrong with them going out, enjoying themselves, having a little fun. But they supposed to be keepers at home. Supposed to have your house in order. The way that man liked that house, I remember sidebar, it was a case, so I be watching a bunch of court shows, divorce court, and couples court, and all them courts.
You say you never see it.
I bet, but just about, I'm telling you, I damn near ain't missed an episode. But this one sister, you could tell really, like I know that she just didn't want this brother no more, but she was complaining about, she said the man want house clean. And she was like, damn, you could have a nasty husband. Like, why you tripping off that? Because he wants you to keep his house clean.
Right.
Well, he want me to shine the stainless steel on the sink. What's wrong with that? Like, you know, why is that your reason for you to divorce your man? Because he wants the house too clean. You trifling, you nasty as hell,
Right.
but he wants the place clean. You understand? That's ridiculous, man.
Right.
But that was her so-called reason for wanting to divorce her husband, because he's too clean. She had nothing to say, but he's too clean, and he just demands too much of his cleanliness out of her. You understand? Right. And the sister was like, I got to go. I just can't take it. Go ahead.
He probably had a disease. He probably had OCD.
Ain't no telling.
Right. And you trying to leave your husband because he got OCD. OCD, clean it. When you got OCD and you clean a lot, that's a good disease to have.
Man, here. That's actually a good
My mama got it. Our houses be clean all the time.
Man,
like everything clean. The corners and the walls.
Look at her. My mama ain't had OCD, but she wanted her house clean. If not, you was gonna get whooped with an extension cord. You understand what I'm saying? So that was OCD. That was BCD. Beat your ass, CD. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, you got your hand up.
Right.
Yeah, come on, you understand? Do you understand? Okay.
Good sleep.
Yeah, good. And they wait until you can tell you
right.
that I was waiting until your ass was good and sleep.
Right.
Now get up. You understand? We waiting until I'm dead asleep. You gonna tell me that?
Right.
You understand? Damn. You know, man,
you could have just told me while I was up.
You could just whoop me while I was up.
Right.
Like that. Why you let me go to sleep and then wait? No, I gotta go to school in a couple hours. You gonna whoop me? I'm gonna cry. You gonna have white people talking about what's wrong with me. You understand? And try to lock you up, mama.
Right.
You say that, hoping she'll whoop me.
Right.
No, but man,
Not black parents.
Right, not black parents. They whoop your ass and then tell the white folks.
Right.
Good night. Give you something to tell. You're
right.
But right. God, go ahead. You know.
Obedient to their own husbands.
Oh, what's that say?
Obedient to their own husbands.
Obedient to their own husbands. Sisters do not know and understand they are supposed to obey their husband.
Right.
They're supposed to do what they tell them to do. Now, of course, nothing to eat, right? If your husband tell you to sin, hell no, don't do that. You understand? Don't cook him no pork because he like to eat and you don't no more. Husband, you gotta cook your own pork.
Right.
You understand? Baby, you gotta cook your own pork steak, whatever the hell you like. You gotta do that yourself. I ain't finna give you nothing you ain't supposed to have. So ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
You understand? Take the backlash for that because you actually could be helping him in the same token. Is if you turn around and it's like I seen it, man, I got so many examples over this. I seen it was a sister, I forgot her name, but she was 70, I think either 6 or 78. And man, this woman looked good, man, for her age. And what she did was she started growing her own vegetables, and they was focused in on her at first, right? And they was keyed right in on this sister. She was nice, she was in shape, she looked good, everything. She didn't even look 76 or 78.
Right.
And they was talking about how old she was, how good she was doing, and how she did it. She started growing her own fruits and vegetables. I think she got off of meat, pork, stuff like whatever she started doing, right? She switched her whole routine around. And then they turned the camera to her husband. About 500-600 pounds, breathing machine on, in a wheelchair. He said out of his own mouth, he said, I'm proud of my baby. He said, she did. He said, she changed, but I did. And look at the result of that.
Right.
You understand? Now, had that brother, so like
Enter the conference.
Okay, Salaki, the system that went down, rebooted. If that brother had turned around and followed her, she was the example. She changed it. She told baby, no, we said she looked up, stuff about food and wanted to get back to natural as she could and all that. And she said she tried, but he didn't do it. He admitted it. You know what I mean? Look at him. Couldn't breathe, couldn't walk.
Right.
You understand? All kinds of stuff because he kept eating them ham hocks. You understand? He kept eating them ham hocks, man. He kept eating them pork chops and them pork steak, and that pork roast and that pork butt. And look at his butt. You understand? Can't even get up and walk around no more. You know? And he wasn't even that old.
Should have had an impossible walk.
Man, you hear me? I'm telling you. But sisters can turn around and be that example for your husband.
Right.
Now, obeying him don't mean that you sin for him. If you married to somebody in the world and he wants you to go to the strip club with him, don't go. There's so many brothers that's out here doing that. I heard of a lot of sisters talking about, oh, I've been to the strip club before. You did? Why? Oh, because my man wanted me to go. Like, okay. And then you wonder why you in that type of relationship.
Right.
You just as wicked as he is to even go. You understand? There's a lot of different things I heard, man. Sisters doing threesomes and foursomes and fivesomes. Talking about the man, like the youngsters is doing it. Our little young girls and little young boys, man, is turning around. I had some young sisters tell me that they were sleeping with little girls because that's what the boys like. You understand? The boys is telling them, oh, my girl got a girlfriend. What about you? You understand? And then if you ain't like that, then I don't want you. So then they turn around and go get with a little girl just to try to please him.
Right.
You understand? And that's all sick. You understand? We need to bring morals back in Israel. You understand? We need to bring laws back in Israel. Keep going, I'll finish that.
That the word of God be not blasphemed.
That the word of God be not blasphemed, meaning lied upon. You understand? Don't let somebody see you and say, you know what, they women don't listen to their husband.
Right.
She out here cheating and doing all this. And she don't never listen. I heard her tell him, go do it your damn self. I ain't fixing you nothing. And I've been at work all day too. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, man. They gonna say the word lied upon because it's been blasphemed. Because here you is, you giving people what they say in the word like a bad example.
Right.
You understand? You're giving folks a bad example. So our sisters and our brothers, it's time for us to be that example for our people.
Right.
You understand? The men and the women in the ISUPK is that example. We are true leaders in here from Commander Junior Hana on down. You
Right.
understand? We are the only true leaders for black people. Commander Junior Hana is the only damn leader on the planet for black people. Who else is gonna lead you? Eddie Long? Did he do it?
Minister Farrakhan.
Did Farrakhan do it? Farrakhan didn't even do nothing for the people right there in his own city.
Right.
Were they dying at the most, businesses about to close and all that, and he go do a march on Washington. You understand? What did he do, 4 of them? Did he do 3 or 4? He did either 3 or 4 marches on Washington, and was it 280? How much billions was that they made out there with that?
I don't know.
On that last one.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
What is the purpose of that? What is the purpose of them marching on Washington?
It's just a
I
hustle.
never knew what it was.
It was just a hustle. That's all. They just made plenty of money. If you look at it, you'll see them passing the bucket around like they was at the church. It was money. That's all, man. They got a whole bunch of Negroes together, and that's why they keep lying to them. I mean, think about it. You tell Israel a lie, they come back again and again and again and again.
Right.
When we tell them the truth, what they say to us at camp, man, y'all niggas crazy.
Right.
What you mean it's Christian? Something wrong with Christian? What? The white man, the devil? What? Man, y'all tripping. But then go tell them, God loves everybody. And you know what? This is my church right here. You understand? They make themselves at home. You tell them, God loves you no matter what. Oh, yes, amen. Yeah, this is my pastor right here. You understand? You start telling them lies, they give you money. You understand? And guess what? These pastors know something that you don't. These pastors, these preachers know that you are retarded. And this is why they treat you that way. You understand? This is why they lie to you. This is why they sing you a good song. You understand? Get up there, blow like goddamn me Marvin Gaye on you, boy, at church service.
Right.
The pastor do. You understand? I seen one preacher, man, this video, this went viral, this was so funny. This pastor, man, got up and he was singing to his congregation, and he got to talking about some songs. It's sick as hell because you singing a song to a white man, the white Jesus talking about feel me and touch me all over. You understand? Feel my body. When he got to the feel me part, he went all the way down to the ground and touched the bottom of his little choir roll. And he started waving it all the way up to the midsection. He feel me. And he singing and he feel me. And before you know it, boy, one of them sisters that he was feeling on in the congregation jumped up and started whooping that man. You understand? I said, good night. Now you know she probably was sleeping with him and her. And she found out about all the people she was thought she was the other one besides the wife and all that, knowing that the pastors be sleeping with everybody in the church, from the damn women to the children to the men, every goddamn body. You understand? And she jumped up, and I'm talking about went to work on that pastor. You understand? But I'm telling you, there was something about that field report. She was cool when he was singing the whole little thing. When he went down low and got to feel me, and came on up, was making that thing fan in that goddamn choir roll, and it was turning the women on. She was like, oh hell no. And jumped up and started whooping the pastor, man. I was like, dang. You know what I mean? I was like, good night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, you was right on. Them definitely some precepts for our sisters, man, and to show them actually how they're supposed to be in their true spirit.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is how sisters are supposed to be. You understand? They're not supposed to be crazy. They're not supposed to be big mouth. You understand?
That's right.
Motor mouths. You know what I'm saying? Ones that cannot damn stop. Just eat you up with that damn mouth, man. You know? And don't be talking about nothing. You know what I mean? Just to drive you nuts. We'll sit there and go in on you.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? We're going to help our sisters get their true spirit back.
That's
you know what I
right.
mean? Because that thing was stolen from them. You know what I'm saying? Their true spirit was stolen from them by our oppressor. He took them and put them in a position that they were never meant to play, which
That's
is
right.
head over a household, head over themselves. You know, got our women out here thinking that they ain't have no father, nobody to protect them. So what they do when they get older? They feel the same thing even when they got a man. You understand? They get a man. I remember before I had kids, I used to hear a lot of the sisters, they turn around and they man would be right there with them. You know what I'm saying? I just would see family members have babies and stuff like that. Man, the damn father is right there with them. And I would hear every last woman, I gotta do this for my baby. I gotta take care of the baby. I gotta get clothes. I gotta get pampers. And I remember saying this to myself when I was a kid. Like, baby, like, damn, the man is right there. Like, what do you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why is it just you that got to do everything? You know, and that's the mindset that our sisters are in, and they really don't even understand it. You know what I'm saying? They in that from when they was little girls. You know, nobody was there to protect them when they was getting molested. You understand? Nobody was there to protect them when they was getting abused. Nobody was there to show them any type of love for real. You understand? So they grew up with that same mentality, and they figure, oh, I ain't gonna let this happen to me no more. So they think to be masculine. They think, you know, so they already got masculine demons, and they think the only way to protect themselves is to be like a man. You know, so the first thing they do is just haul off and jump in a man's face. Want to fight the man. Man ain't trying to fight you, but you ready to fight him. You know what I mean? You get to talking too much. You thinking that it's protecting yourself, but you really sound silly. You know what I mean? You talking too much. You doing too much. You destroying your household. You making the man not even want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? And that's something else that our sisters have to learn is how to turn around and be in a relationship. How to be a woman. You'll see it in the scriptures in Titus and in Peter, you understand, and in Genesis. It's all over these scriptures of how a woman is supposed to be. Right. And guess what? The preachers that have had this book all these years and had people coming to church to their service was building these sisters up without the word. You understand? Doing all of that woman worship mess, telling them it's all about them, you know. If the man wants you, he'll do this and that to get you and this and that. If the man love you, he'll come to church. You know what I'm saying? All that nonsense. The church is gay. I don't want to go to church. Right. You understand? Who goes to church? I remember going to church, man, just to go eat. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was worried about.
Yeah,
eat.
I remember those days.
You know what I'm saying? Just go, because they had some good food now.
Yeah, they give out them bag lunches and stuff.
Yeah, man, look, cupcakes.
All the kids used to be running.
Man, look at her. Cupcakes and all that, boy, after church. That's all we was worried about, you know. But we fall asleep during the service. You know what I'm saying? As a kid and as an adult.
Right.
Well, I remember being, dang. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Dang.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? About to go to grandma. You know what I'm saying? Grandma, I did not sit next to my grandma because she definitely make you wake up. Right. Granny ain't letting you go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Granny gonna hit you with that little fan. You know what I'm saying? Granny gonna make sure you get up. Right. But I used to sit all the way down the thing. Well, I could wait till I sit all the way down there, boy, I be knocked out. Right. You understand? I'll be sleep like a fool. I'm telling you. But we had another question. I believe the question was, it said the question is, what tribe would Edomites be from? But I believe it's saying either is who are the Edomites today, or what tribe would white people be from? You know what I'm saying? And that's probably how the question should go, because the Edomites, that would be so-called white man. You understand? That's who the Edomites are. And when you go and give me that in Genesis 25 about. Okay, I started with what, 23? 23, okay, I started right up in there for me.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 23, 22, Shalaki. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Okay, now this is Rebecca, when she was pregnant. You understand? And this is describing the pains that she would have. What do they call it? Like the morning sickness and what's the other one? Labor pains. This another one? Not the one when she in labor. What is contractions and things like that? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because a contraction don't necessarily mean she's going into labor. Right. You know what I'm saying? She can have them. What? I think about 3-4 months. Yeah, she can have those 3-4 months into a pregnancy. Contraction right on her. But yeah, this is her stomach was really hurting her. She had such pain. You know what I'm saying? And she like, if this is of the Lord, then why did it hurt so bad? You understand? So she went to inquire. So she like, what is going on? Let's find out what the Lord told her.
Right. Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
2 what?
2 nations are in thy womb.
Now, that brother that was supposed to be calling in, he said that Esau is the black man. Here is the birth of Esau and Jacob right here.
Right.
And it clearly says that there is 2 nations in thy womb.
Right.
These 2 people are not the same. And they are already separated.
That's
You
right.
understand? In the womb. You understand? So these 2 right here is already separated in your belly, and guess what? When they come out, they most definitely ain't gonna be together.
Right.
They're not the same people. They don't even look the same. You understand? They don't act the same. And this is about to break it down. Go ahead. Keep reading.
Come. 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
That's talking about how these people act. You understand? 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. One gonna act like this, and the other one gonna act like that.
Right.
One gonna be a goddamn animal, you understand? And the other one is gonna be something that, somebody you can chill with.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Now, what was that? The stock market had crashed, and white people started doing what? Jumping out windows.
Right.
You understand? Because they lost all their money. But here it is, we've been in slavery, had no money, getting beat. You understand? And all kind of stuff. We still, yep,
Right.
you know who's stronger than who. You understand? White people turn around and lose a job and they murder their family. You understand?
Right.
What's some damn twins, man? I don't know if they was twins, but 2 brothers. It was a huge case that went down. These 2 white people, they wasn't getting the allowance that they mother, their father
Oh, yeah,
supposed to be giving
I
them.
know what
You remember that
about.
case? And it went on for years,
And they went to
man.
the football game.
Yeah,
They went to the
yeah.
football game after they murdered their parents.
Yeah, kind. I can't remember what their name was, but man, that stuff was all over the news, and it went on. That court case went on for some years, but it was because they wasn't giving them the money that they felt that they deserved.
Right.
So they went on and murdered their goddamn parents. Here it is, man. Boy, look, you'll be glad if your mama send you to school with a bag lunch.
Right.
You understand? Let alone give you some goddamn lunch. You'll be happy if mama buy you some at the store periodically. You know what I'm saying? And let alone getting a damn allowance. You hear me? Come on, some damn, give me my allowance or I'm gonna kill myself,
Right.
kill you and dad and mom and everything. Get out of here, man.
Right.
And here it is, mama, can I go to the store? Hell no, boy, sit down. You got stuff in the
Right.
refrigerator to eat. You know what I mean? We go in the room and suck it up.
Right.
Go find something in the refrigerator. But here they is, they murder,
Right.
they whole family. Go ahead now.
So that's from a literal sense and a literal sense, because I always thought it was just from a literal sense, like our physique. We always we stronger than them. We outrun them.
Yeah.
We can out bench press them. And
Yeah.
all of that different stuff, but it's from a literal sense and a spiritual sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. Keep going. Keep reading.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
The elder shall serve the younger. You know, in the Apocrypha it said that what did it say? Jacob, Esau is the how it go? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of the one that follows. You understand?
Right.
Absolutely. They are going to serve us. You see what I'm saying? It look like we've been serving them for a long time.
Right.
Extremely long, too damn long. I can't see how we was in this for 2 months and wasn't ready to get out.
Right.
You understand? I mean, I can just imagine. I mean, hell, they remake slavery and on the ship and Butler and The Help and all these movies they keep coming up with to remind you of how damn horribly they treated us. I don't see how you turn around and last through that in 1 year.
Right.
I'd have been turning around and start keeping them commandments the next day. Find out what we done messed up at. Oh my God. You know what I mean? Man, it was time to get back right there and there.
Right.
I couldn't imagine that, man. You know what I'm saying? Boy, that's some horrible stuff to go through. You know? But people went through it. We've been serving these devils for years. Now that table is fit to turn. You understand? That table is fit to turn. Keep going up.
Come. Verse 24. And when her days be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Okay, so it was twins in her womb before Jacob and Esau. Keep going.
Come. Verse 25. And when the first came out, red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
Okay, now, right here is where I have seen, and I'm pretty sure the brother that was going to call in was going to come from the same angle. He was going to try to say that there was a picture, let me see if I can find it, a so-called picture of black Esau. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. It's messed me up. I seen the meme talking about this is what Esau looked like. This is and I'm gonna show you. Let's see if I can find it. Yep, there it go. There it is. That's it. Got him. This is what the fake Israelites is teaching that Esau look like.
Right.
You understand? Is this brother right here?
Right.
They said that he was what we call yellow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Red.
Yellow bone, red bone brother or sister, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And red hair, of course it's hair red and stuff like that. Man, I got red in my beard.
Right.
You understand? My beard has started turning red.
Right.
And they kill me with that. But this is the picture that they said this is Esau.
Yeah,
You understand?
I think I've seen that video.
Yeah. And that's not Esau. You understand? Red, and of course they try to use the scripture about David being ruddy, you know what I'm saying, to tie them two together. Them is not, that's why it says two different things.
Right.
You understand? That's why one say ruddy and one say red. You understand? Because in the context, it's not talking about him being, high yellow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or red bone, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Not how we describe our people that's lighter or darker in skin. You
Right.
understand? We know we're still the same, but we just, one look a little different. Our sister come back, she high yellow, damn, red bone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Brother, he on her. And his sister come through looking like a Hershey bar, damn chocolate.
Right.
You understand? That's what it is. But that's not describing this picture right here.
Right.
You understand? This picture right here is a brother. That's an Israelite right there.
Right.
You understand? But Esau, this red, is talking about that damn translucent skin that they got.
Right.
To where that blood shows through their damn skin.
Yeah.
And this is where they get that term redneck from. You
Right.
understand? Because you can see they blood through their skin. Slap a white boy, they smile too hard or something like that, they face turn red.
Right.
They get too cold, they face turn red. You understand? That's what that's talking about. But go ahead, keep reading.
Come. Verse 24. Verse 25, Shalai. Actually, verse 26, Shalai.
That's what.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's field, and his name was called Jacob.
Okay, now there is a prophecy in Genesis 2 and get there real quick. Genesis 3 and I think 19. Is it?
Genesis chapter 3 verse 19. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat.
Hold on, stop. 15. Salaki, not 19, 15.
Count. Genesis chapter 3 verse 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman
Okay, what is enmity between thee and the woman? Now, you know the Christian church teaches that this is a snake, right? It's an actual animal, and this animal whispered in this woman's ear and made them screw us all up, right? So when it says that when the Lord said that He's going to put enmity between thee and the woman, what is He talking about? What does the word enmity mean? Go ahead. Hatred, absolutely. So he's gonna put hatred between thee and the woman. Does a woman see a snake and just hate you, man? Or do she get that thing away from me? You understand what she's scared of? You understand? Does a snake see the black woman and just want to bite her and kill her?
Right.
No, the snake will see whoever and bite you. You understand?
Right.
So this is talking about two people here. All right. The incident in the garden was not with that person. Now he is like an animal. He is an animal.
Right.
He's definitely a snake. But when it's talking about the serpent being a snake, it's talking about his characteristic type of person that he is. You know, you ever heard somebody say, "Man, I didn't think he's a snake." You know what I mean? You gotta watch him. He's a snake. No, he's not an actual snake slithering around, want to make a belt or a pair of shoes out of. You know what I'm saying? It's meaning that he's sneaky, he's conniving, he's deceitful. You understand? That's what that means. All right? But due to Christianity, damn right, you sure say low down and dirty. Damn right. You understand? Due to Christianity, we believe it was an actual damn animal. You know what I'm saying? That went and hissed in her ear in snakish, you understand, and told her, you know what I'm saying, that she could eat in the garden. Keep reading.
Cow with a cow. And between thy seed and her seed.
And between thy seed and her seed. You understand? So he's talking to the snake too. So you think the Most High is that silly to he that talk to an animal and tell the animal what the heck? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know, he's talking to a person. He's talking to two people here. Keep going.
Cow with a cow. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
Thou shalt do what?
Bruise his heel.
That's when Jacob turned around and grabbed Esau's heel.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's a prophecy right there. This wasn't talking about no damn animal. You know what I'm saying? Python.
Right.
You understand? They wasn't talking about no python. This was a person that's like a damn python, sneaky and conniving and deceitful and slick. You know what I'm saying? Like a damn snake. That's what that's talking about. And then Jake turned around and came out and grabbed that heel. Okay? And
Salaki, Cat, while we on that verse, what do it mean by the bruise the head then?
we're talking about bruising the head, talking about that pain, that birth pain. You understand? Go read 16.
How it come?
When it said bruise thy head, that's talking about that pain. Just about to break it down right now.
How it come? Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception.
Mm-hmm.
In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
Okay, so when a woman has a baby, like, okay, you think back, when an animal, when a horse has a baby, what happens? How's a horse? Go ahead. Huh? Calm. Absolutely. The horse just sitting there, might do a little, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of that, but none of that, the black woman be doing, right?
Right.
The black woman be, oh my God, I thought, look, when my 6 and my 3-year-old was going, oh my God, I thought my rib was going to die or be tamed.
Right.
You understand me? They can hear that woman. I heard her all through the whole floor. I turned around and said, baby, look, I'm gonna go grab me something to eat. I'll be right back. She said, all right, baby, hurry up. And as soon as I hit the elevator, I heard her, I'm like, damn, we going back in there. I'll get your food later. You know what I'm saying? I had to go order me something. You had them bring me something to the room. But man, I'm telling you, that pain, that's what that's talking about. Bruising their head. You know what I'm saying? what to say? Multiply thy sorrow through thy conception. You understand? Since she did this, you understand? Now women have to give babies in extreme, excruciating damn pain, and damn near die on the table. The damn dogs push out how many damn puppies? 15 of them, and the dog just be sitting there. You know what I'm saying? The dog just be sitting there, barely even damn bark. You understand? And push all 15 of them little puppies out with no problem. But our babies, you know, they got some big old heads too. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, got your hand up.
So, like, I was gonna say, our babies be like, you know, in between, what, 4 pounds and 10 pounds. And these animals is birthing like 100-pound animals, pushing out full.
A whole pony. Yeah. Whole pony. Yeah. And that horse just be sitting there, just calm, cool. And boy, you know it, that little pony stand up and get to walking around, and you know, and it is what it is. And the damn horse get up after that, don't they? The horse get right up. You understand? Them animals get right up, but them sisters, boy, they make you get up now. They turn around, they getting you. You had a baby today, they ship you home tomorrow. I think that's wrong though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even give our sisters no time. You got to know that we in captivity now. You understand? You got to know we slaves. Sister can't even get her body back together, man. Even take the time to really get her mind right. You know what I mean? What's that? Postpartum. You understand? Depression. That's. I mean, damn. That's look at what they got to hurry up and get back to work. You understand? Before they lose their job.
Right.
It's damn. What country is this? God damn it, I forgot where it is. I think it might be in UK. I'm not totally sure. I forgot. But they give the woman a year off of work. This is like when she have a baby. I think she gets a year off work, and they give her a goddamn nanny and an assistant. They get the government pay for them.
Right.
Go ahead, France. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, right. France give you a whole year off work, and they turn around and give the women a goddamn assistant, daycare provider, help and do it. They wash the clothes. They do everything for them.
Right.
They help them women get back on track. But a sister, oh hell no. First thing they asking her is who's the daddy, so we can put child support on. You understand? Just to get insurance, just to get the Medicaid. They asking you who's the daddy, so we can go get him. Do you want us to put him on child support? Is he gonna be there? Are you sure? They be steady trying to convince our sisters to go on and seek us for their child support.
Right.
It's ridiculous, man. You know what I mean? It's a damn shame. But yeah, man, that prophecy right there, like I said, I should have known them brothers weren't gonna come through. So like everybody, because we had a good topic, we had a good couple things to run down, but they did not show. Y'all know that, of course, the men of the Lord is in the building. You understand? I got an officer, cut him up 1,000, Raphael in the building, couldn't wait to go in on them. You understand? It would have been good, but you know, anything outside of the UPK, man, just ain't built. It just ain't built like us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To where we claim you got something. Guess what? You invite us, we come. You understand? If it makes sense. You know what I mean? If it makes sense, something we can do, you know what I'm saying, then we'll be there. But if it's pointless, not worth our time, then not. But anything like, okay, something like that where you claiming, you know, you tagging everybody in the post talking about Esau is the black man,
right,
then come on, prove it then. You know what I'm saying? If you're claiming that Christ was a narcissist, then come on, prove it then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And of course, you see that seat is empty. You know what I'm saying? They did not come and get in that seat like they're supposed to. But ain't no sweat. We're gonna keep teaching this truth, man, the Commander General Yohana. And that's the time for the class. If anybody got any more questions, go ahead and give them now. I think we pretty much that's it. Yup. So we're gonna go ahead and end the class. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
Shalom. Yabashima Shabbatam.
Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabbat.